So yesterday, I posted a video about alt-right neo-Nazis, and I got a reply from somebody explaining that they're not the same. And then I did a little reading, and I recalled a conversation I had with somebody, and I realized, yeah, they aren't. Alt-right and neo-Nazis are not about the same thing exactly. They're not identical. So I got thinking about it some more, and I thought, okay, so the alt-right have got a problem with the neo-Nazis, a PR problem, because the neo-Nazis are kind of being lumped in with them. And from what I understand, the alt-right really is just about preserving white representation, and white representation large enough to control the political destiny, I guess, especially in the US. I don't know what's going on in Canada. I don't know any Canadians personally who care whether or not Canada is run by predominantly white people or not, but apparently there's a large group of people in the United States who seem to think this is important. They wouldn't be happy to be found to be the minority, because after all, the whites built the country, right? If we ignore the Chinese helping build a railway and I don't know, whatever else, I'm pretty sure that statement doesn't really hold water, that they built the country. There's probably lots of evidence that other people were involved. Now, it might have been white money at the top of the pile, but that's a minority group. The wealthy. That goes back to the 1% versus the 99% or whatever it is. Anyway, so alt-right. My thoughts on alt-right, now that I understand it better, separate from neo-Nazis. Personally, I don't get the concern. I have a daughter. If she was to get married and have kids with a black guy or a Chinese guy or, I don't know, a guy from India or Pakistan, or I wouldn't care myself. And maybe there are some whites out there who really care about that, but I don't think I know any of them personally. I hang out with a wide variety of different racial and ethnic groups. In fact, some of the more intellectually stimulating people I know happen to be non-white, so not sure that means anything, but I'm just saying that I couldn't care less if Canada was run by predominantly non-white people. So I don't think there's a huge concern about that. Now they're like as a countrywide concern. I guess in the U.S. there definitely are some pockets of people who are white supremacist oriented who have concerns, but I think the problem they're going to run into is twofold. One being when they do their DNA tests, I just read about this, those DNA home tests, they're going to find out they're not really white, and white in the way they think they are. And then two, the rest of the country doesn't share, like a majority of the population doesn't seem to share their concern. There are just so many people who have kind of gotten above and beyond that, like the color of the skin, the racial origins of somebody does not dictate who they are. And it's 2017, and I think the vast majority of the population, they're not worried about whether someone's white or not. They're just worried about whether they're a good person. And we've seen enough evidence to show that good people exist in all races and bad people equally exist in all races. So I think the white supremacy movement is kind of like tilting at windmills, pissing against the wind. That's just my opinion. What's yours? Click the subscribe button if you don't mind. And hit the like button too.